Top of the day, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Betwabu. 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 Remember, Betwabu means house of the Father. When we greet our brothers and sisters, we say house of the Father. Recognizing you are the house of the Father. Yah lives in you. Yah lives in me. Betwabu. 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 Yah. House of the Father. All right, y'all. It is Wednesday, April the 1st, 2020. Too bad this couldn't be a day full of jokes and giggles and stuff. It is no April Fool's Day today, is it? It's absolutely not. All right, y'all. So it is day 112, and we are reading 2 Kings 24, 25. 25 is the last chapter, and the last chapter for the day will be the first chapter of First Chronicles. So, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty quick reading today. But before I start, yesterday, we had a gentleman come on. His name was Jerry. He mentioned what, bro?
Come on, boy.
Who?
Let's go outside.
Oh, no, you can't go outside with him. He's taking the trash out, boo. He'll be back in a second. Y'all like the whole house is up like already. So, excuse the noise that you may hear. So, but let me tell you. Let me mention this and I'll tell you. Okay, so yesterday a gentleman named Jerry came in. First time coming into the video or whatever. But he had mentioned something. We was talking about King Josiah, and he brought up the fact that there was a prophecy before King Josiah was born that there would be a righteous king born, and he was going to tear down all the altars of Baal. Now, I'm glad he brought that up, because what we was reading that day actually was fulfilled in 2 Kings chapter 22. But what he mentioned was, which I didn't catch, but if you go back through the feed from yesterday and kind of scroll through, you see where he left a comment. And I told him, I was like, I would read it afterwards and go back. And I was like, well, darn it. How did I miss that? So I thank them for pointing that out, because, you get certain things jump out at you when you constantly read it over that you didn't catch the previous time, and he brought that up. So I was so grateful for that. Thank you again, Jerry, if you tune in today. So there was a prophecy about King Josiah before he was born, and that was in 1 Kings chapter 13. I had to go back. It's First Kings chapter 13 verse 2, and it tells about what he's going to do. And then when you get to 2 Kings chapter 22, it's all laid out in detail and fulfilled what Yahuwah said that this king was going to do, and he did just that. And King Josiah, he was one of the righteous kings of Judah. So thank you again, Jerry, if you hop in and you see that. Thank you. So that's that. Also, you guys may notice that I've been posting a little bit this morning about vitamin C. Let me tell you, I have been up since 3 o'clock this morning. Could not go back to sleep. So I was laying there praying, and I checked my phone, and there was a video. I'm subscribed to a couple things, and the video popped up. You will see it posted. It says, the title of it is God is Not Playing with Y'all, or something like that. Betwabu, Alicia, y'all, Betwabu. But that's the title of it. But what it is, it's a compilation of videos. Text me at 5 I know, because I was up, yeah. But it's a compilation of videos that people have taken from all over the world of their loved ones and people in hospitals and people on the streets that's suffering from like the extreme or last stages of COVID-19. And then when I saw it, let me tell you, the video was almost 6 minutes long, y'all. I could not get through that video because it was so heart-wrenching. And I think what really got me is when it got to the children that were in. I was like, oh, no. And I had to cut it off. And then I went back, and I still couldn't go through it. And it did something to my heart. Watching people suffer is never easy, especially when you don't know what to do or you don't know that there's anything that you can do. Now, mind you, quite a few of the clips that are in there are from like China and some other places where they didn't exactly know what was going on yet. But now we've got enough information and enough data to realize what is actually happening in the body, because it goes in and it attacks your immune system, of course, but it attacks your lungs. And you can see all of them there. they're laboring trying to breathe, and then you see something flailing on the ground and stuff, because you can imagine if somebody is choking you and you can't breathe, how do you think that you will react? And that's exactly what every single one of these people are doing. They're struggling to breathe because their lungs are being filled with fluid and mucus and phlegm, and their breathing tubes, the airways are constricted, and they're struggling to breathe. And that's how most of them go. They take their last breath, and it's really, really hard to watch if you haven't watched it already. But I was praying, I was like, wow, Father, I'm like, geez. And then I started thinking about it. When I started learning about the vitamin C, you see me posting a lot of vitamin C, and that's been verified by a lot of holistic doctors, and even doctors in China said vitamin C, that's how you can combat it. But it seems like, drug companies and pharmaceutical companies, they don't profit from natural and holistic stuff. That's why this information has not been verified by the FDA or the U.S., whatever it is. But it hasn't been approved by the pharmaceutical companies because, they keep tight reins on stuff and the information that is put out. And if they're not profiting off of it, they don't want it put out to the people, because you'll literally go out of business if people start healing themselves the holistic way or the natural way that Yahuwah intended. He said the fruits, the herbs and stuff is for the healing of the nations. And that's what's happening. You can be healed naturally from this. Now, I would say still, repent and return to y'all's commands first and foremost, because that may lengthen your time a little bit more and speed up your healing process first and foremost. But then, Betwabu, Trina, start flooding yourself with natural vitamin C. If you got a juicer, like I got all this stuff just because I've been doing it for a while. So you can juice it, that gets into your system a lot faster and can get into your bloodstream and all that stuff a lot faster. But if you don't have the capability or the ability to get a juicer, just eat the fruits, citrus fruits, grapefruits, oranges, lemons, limes. Those are the most powerful ones. And I don't know, some people can eat hot stuff like jalapenos, just pop them like that. Like, let me tell you something. And I realize now, ever since I started refeeding my body, I have been craving jalapeno peppers. Like, and I was telling y'all, I've been putting jalapeno peppers on everything. Like, my salad is full of jalapeno peppers, and I didn't realize until yesterday that it was chock full of vitamin C. And my kids, they just been asking for stuff. The other day I picked up like 3 big bags of oranges and stuff, and big things of red grapefruit. My kids kill it. They love it, and they just been eating it up, and they drink the juice off the grapefruit and all that stuff. So I'm gonna actually juice them today and make a juice. But that's safe for the kids too. They got capsules and stuff, natural herbs that you can make them yourself. Get the veggie capsules, get the herbs, put in there, mix it up. I even put one up there with the black guy that's showing you how to do it. You can just do it yourself. You can go to the health food store and get the stuff. Make your own capsules and take them that way, 2 or 3 at a time, a couple times a day. Immediately boost your immunity. There are a lot of different ways you can do. A lot of different ways you can get the vitamin C in there, because vitamin C, the acid from it, cuts through mucus. It will literally drain it out of your body, and you feel the effects almost immediately, definitely within 20 minutes. And I know that from personally doing it myself. So take some time, go through there, watch that stuff. If you know people that are affected by it, or you may not know anybody, but somebody may know somebody. Like I know a couple people that know people that I know have it, that's told me. Even a couple friend of ours, family members passed from it yesterday, a couple days ago. Like, it is a hard thing. So even if you don't personally know anybody, somebody you may personally know may know it. So take it, share those things to your page, so at least the information can get out there, because if people don't know, they don't know what to do, and it's like they're struggling to breathe and they don't think anything can help, so put it out there, y'all. Help as many people as you can. Like I said, first and foremost, repent, return to y'all's commands, that extra fast boost of healing power going to your body, but then start putting in your body what needs to go in there to keep it whole, right? Okay. Let me do that so I can read. Okay. So, and I think that was all I wanted to say today before I start today's reading. And I ain't going to be that long, but I'm trying to wait till he finish putting his trash bag in the trash can. He's about to make all this noise, so.
Those, well, I'm just saying, if y'all saw me, you would have did this because the most unholy stuff came out of my mouth.
Okay.
The water touched my feet.
Put the trash can.
And it was cold.
Well, you got you got holes in your the top of the tennis shoes. I wouldn't have wore those out to take the trash out and it's wet and raining out there.
All the shoes are white.
Throw them in a washing machine. All right, y'all.
Okay.
Hey, help her. Please get a washcloth. Wash your face for me, please. Okay. 2 Kings chapter 24. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and Jehoiakim became his servant 3 years. And then he turned up and rebelled against him. And Yahuwah sent against him bands of the Chaldees, and bands of the Syrians, and bands of the Moabites, and bands of the children of Ammon, and sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of Yahuwah, which he spake by his servants the prophets. Surely at the commandment of Yahuwah came this upon Judah, to remove them from out of his sight, for the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he did, and also for the innocent blood that he shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, which Yahuwah would not pardon. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Jehoiakim slept with his fathers, and Jehoiachin his son reigned in his stead. And the king of Egypt came not again any more out of his land, for the king of Babylon had taken from the river of For the king of Babylon had taken from the river of Egypt unto the river Euphrates all that pertained to the king of Egypt. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. And his mother's name was Nehushta, the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahuwah, according to all that his father had done. At that time, the servants of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and the city was besieged. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came against the city, and his servants did besiege it. And Jehoiachin, king of Judah, went out to the king of Babylon, he and his mother, and his servants, and his princes, and his officers. And the king of Babylon took him in the 8th year of his reign. And he carried out thence all the treasures of the house of Yahuwah, and the treasures of the king's house. Let me see if they say. And cut in pieces all the vessels of gold which Solomon king of Israel had made in the temple of Yahuwah, as Yahuwah had said. And he carried away all Jerusalem, and all the princes, and all the mighty men of valor, even 10,000 princes, and all the mighty men of I just went back and read the same sentence over. Hold on, let me just start verse 14 over again. And he carried away all Jerusalem, and all the princes, and all the mighty men of valor, even 10,000 captives, and all the craftsmen and smiths. None remained, save the poorest sort of the people of the land. And he carried away Jehoiachin to Babylon, and the king's mother, and the king's wives, and his officers, and the mighty of the land, those who carried he into captivity from Jerusalem to Babylon. And all the men of might, even 7,000, and craftsmen and smiths 1,000, and all that were strong and apt for war, even them the king of Babylon brought captive to Babylon. And the king of Babylon made Mattaniah, his father's brother, king in his stead, and changed his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahuwah, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the anger of Yahuwah it came to pass in Jerusalem and Judah, until he had cast them out from his presence, that Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon. 2 Kings chapter 25, which is also the last chapter of this book. Then we're going to start in 1 Chronicles. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his host, against Jerusalem, and pitched against it. And they built forts against it round about. And the city was besieged unto the 11th year of King Zedekiah. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city, and there was no bread for the people of the land. And the city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate. Hey, chill. By the way of the gate between two walls, which is by the king's garden. Now the Chaldees were against the city round about, and the king went the way toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king and overtook him in the plains of Jericho, and all his army were scattered from him. So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon, to Riblah, and they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and put out the eyes of Zedekiah, and bound him with fetters of brass, and carried him to Babylon. In the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, which is the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem. And he burnt the house of Yahuwah and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, every great man's house he burnt with fire. And all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard brake down the walls of Jerusalem round about. Now the rest of the people that were left in the city, and the fugitives that fell away to the king of Babylon, with the remnant of the multitude, did Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carry away. But the captain of the guard left the poor of the land to be vine dressers and husbandmen. And the pillars of brass which were in the house of Yahuwah, and the bases and the brazen sea that were in the house of Yahuwah, did the Chaldees break in pieces, and carried the brass to them to Babylon. And the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the spoons and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered took they away. And the fire pans and the bowls and such things as were of gold, in gold, and of silver, in silver, the captain of the guard took away. The 2 pillars, 1 seat, the bases which Solomon had made for the house of Yahuwah, the brass of all the vessels was without weight, and the height of 1 pillar was 18 cubits, and the chapiter upon it was brass, and the height of the chapiter 3 cubits, and a wreathen work, and pomegranates upon the chapiter round about all the brass, and like unto these had the 2nd pillar with wreathen work. And the captain of the guard took Sariah, the chief priest, and Zephaniah, the 2nd priest, and the 3 gatekeepers of the door. And out of the city he took an officer that was set over the men of war, and 5 men of them that were in the king's presence, which were found in the city, and the principal scribe of the host, which mustered the people of the land, and 80 men of the people of the land that were found in the city. And Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, took these and brought them to the king of Babylon to Riblah. And the king of Babylon smote them and slew them at Riblah in the land of Hamath. So Judah was carried out of their land. As for the people that remained in the land of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had left, even over them he made Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, ruler. Remember when I told you yesterday, Yahuwah said, y'all gonna submit to King Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon. He said, but some of y'all he gonna leave in the land so you can tell it. It tells you right here that the most poor of them he left there in the land. He figured they ain't going nowhere. We're gonna leave them here. So they actually got to stay in the land and, keep the land, so some of them got to stay, but he did set what's his name? Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, ruler. He left them as ruler over them. Just keep out. I'm watching y'all. Don't try nothing. I'm watching y'all. And when all the captains of the armies and their men heard the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah governor, they came to Gedaliah Mizpah, even Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan, the son of Kara, and Sariah, the son of Tanhumeth, the Netophathites. I know I screwed that up. And Jazaniah, son of a Machathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah sware to them and to their men, and said unto them, fear not to be the servants of the Chaldees. Dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. But it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, came, and 10 men with him, and smote Gedaliah, and he died. And the Jews and the Chaldees were with him, that were with him at Mizpah. And all the people, both small and great, and the captains of the armies arose and came to Egypt, and they were afraid of the Chaldees. And it came to pass in the 7th and 30th year of the captivity of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, in the 12th month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, that evil Merodach, king of Babylon, in the year that he began to reign, did lift up the head of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, out of prison. And he spake kindly to him, and set his throne above the throne of the kings that were with him in Babylon, and changed his prison garments. And he did eat bread continually before him all the days of his life. And his allowance was a continual allowance given to him of the king, a daily rate for every day, all the days of his life. And we'll see that happening through here too. Like the whole book of Daniel, Daniel and them, as you would read if you're paying attention, they were in captivity, but there is favor shown to some of y'all's people, those who are obedient to him and follow his commands while in captivity, those that you can follow while in captivity. He's gracious to us and he shows us favor. So when King Nebuchadnezzar died and evil Murdoch, the new king of Babylon, he took over. He took the king of Judah out of prison and he set him on a stone, he said, which was higher than all the other ones. And he continually sat before the king and he gave him his daily rate of bread and everything. He changed his prison garments and everything, so even in captivity, there is favor and grace for y'all's people who decide to return to him. They got to serve out their sentence, but we get cut some slack, and sometimes a lot of slack, and for that, I'm grateful, All right, y'all, last chapter for today, which is started in the first book of Chronicles, chapter 1. Adam, Sheth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, with Ashkenazi. Remember that? Ashkenaz. We also see this in Genesis too. Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Jaban, Elisha, and Tarshish, and Kittim, and Dodanim. The sons of Ham, The sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Septica. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be mighty upon the earth. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Nephtuhim, and Pathrusim, and Kazulhim, of whom came the Philistines, and Caphthorim. And Canaan begat Zidon, his firstborn, and Heth. The Jebusite also, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and a Hivite, and the Archite, and a Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zimmerite, and the Hamathite, the sons of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, and Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Meshach. And Arphaxad begat Shelah, and Shelah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, because in his days the earth was divided. And his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almdad, and Shilpah, and Harzamaveth, and Jerah. Okay, let me bring something out here. When it says the name of one was Peleg, because in his days the earth was divided, that was during the time of the Tower of Babel, where Yahuwah divided all the people with the languages. All right. There's a teaching out there that's saying the earth was divided when the earth was split. It's called something. I think it's like Pangea or something like that. But that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about in the days of Nimrod and where the languages were split. Okay, I just want to bring it out. And Joktan begat Almodad, and Shelah, and get your tiny sister, please.
Bella.
And Shelah, and Harzamaveth, and Jerah, and Hadoram also, and Uzzah, and Diklah, and Ebal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Shem, Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Ru, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abram, the same as Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael. These are their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, then Kedar, and Adbil and Mibsam, Mishma and Duma, Masa, Hadad and Tema, Jetor, Napish, and Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael. Now the sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine. Remember, he married Keturah after Sarah died. Not while Sarah was alive. Abraham had one wife. Although Sarah talked him into the shenanigans with Hagar, that was Sarah's idea. It wasn't Abram's idea. So, just if you didn't know, if you weren't paying attention to the
Is
details.
all their wives stupid?
Chill. Now the sons of Keturah, Abram's concubine. She bare Zimran and Jokshan and Medan and Midian and Ishbak and Shua. The sons of Jokshan, Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Midian, Ephah and Epher and Henoch and Abidah and Eldaah. All these are the sons of Keturah. And Abraham begat Isaac. The sons of Isaac, Esau and Israel. Remember, they put Israel here, but Israel's name was formerly Jacob. So Esau and Jacob. But here it got Esau and Israel. The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Ruel, Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz. What was that? Oh. You been woke all night long?
Not tiny bit of sleep.
Good night, Jeremiah David. The sons of Eliphaz, Teman, and Omar, Ziphi, Gatam, Kenaz, and Timnah, and Amalek. The sons of Ruel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. The sons of Seir, Lotan, and Shobal, and Zibeon, and Anna, and Dishan, and Izar, and Dishan. And the sons of Lotan, Hori, and Homam, and Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alian, and Manahath, and Ebal, Shephi, and Onam. And the sons of Zibeon, Aiah, and Anah. The sons of Anah, Dishan. And the sons of Dishan, Amram, and Ishban, and Ithran, and Cheram. The sons of Ezer, Bilhan, and Zavan, and Jakan. The sons of Dishan, Uz, and Aran. Now these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bela, son of Beor, and the name of his city was Dihabah. And when Bela was dead, Jobab, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his stead. And when Jobab was dead, Husham, the land of the Temanites, reigned in his stead. And when Husham was dead, Hadad, the son of Bedad, which smote Midian, fled over. And when Husham was dead, Hadad, the son of Bedad, which smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Avith. And when Hadad was dead, Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his stead. And when Samlah was dead, Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And when Shaul was dead, Baal Hanan, son of Achbor, reigned in his stead. And when Baal Hanan was dead, Hadad reigned in his stead. And the name of the city was Pai, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. Hadad died also. And the dukes of Edom were Duke Timnah, Duke Aliah, Duke Japheth, Duke Oholiabama. Y'all, I know I'm screwing his names up. Forgive me. Duke Oholiabama, Duke Elah, Duke Pinon, Duke Kenaz, Duke Teman, Duke Mibzar, Duke Magdael, Duke Iram. These are the dukes of Edom. And that's it. That's the end of 1 Chronicles chapter 1, which is our last chapter of reading for today. We read the last two chapters of 2 Kings, which was 24 and 25. And we started in 1 Chronicles chapter 1, which we just finished reading. And beautiful people, that is our reading for today. I really don't have anything else. Oh, but I do. But it's not going to be in this video. I'm going to record a separate video today. Have you guys ever wondered, and this was one of the things I was up reading this morning, thinking about the 3 Hebrew boys, right? Do you know that what the prayer was that was prayed on the inside of that fiery furnace by Azariah? It blows my mind. And also there was an angel who appeared in the fire with them. It said one who looks like the Son of Man, but in original is Malachi or Malachim. It was an angel that appeared in the fire. But you want to get insight of what was actually going on the inside of there? Bruh. I read it a couple times before, but when I read it this morning, I like completely understood it. And I think it's timely for this moment right now, because people who are dealing with the COVID-19, you can kind of say they're dealing with a fiery furnace all of their own right now. They may not even know what's going on, but I want to record this. It's like 63. It's one chapter. The one chapter is Azariah's prayer that they prayed while in the midst of the fiery furnace. And it's like a prayer of praise. It goes through what happened, and even in the midst of all that, they gave y'all praise. And for it, I'm gonna just read it. It's probably maybe like 5 minutes long, because it's like 63 verses. But I'm gonna read that shortly, and I'm gonna post it. That's not gonna be live. I'm gonna just read it, and I'm gonna upload it. So be looking for that. You should see it within the next hour or so. All right, y'all. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the reading for today. Let's go to the blessing, which is found where? Yeah, Numbers chapter 6, verses 22 through 27.
Mommy.
May Yahuwah bless us and keep us.
Mommy.
May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and
Mommy,
lift his
present.
countenance upon us.
Mom.
May Yahuwah...
Mom.
Yes,
Let me
Bella.
grab it.
You can press it in a second. Let me start over, y'all. May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace, his shalom, his wholeness in every area of life. You know, so don't be afraid with what's going on. Well, I don't know that. I mean, I'm telling you not to be afraid, because I'm at peace. I'm at peace. And I've talked to other people who keep y'all's commands, and my sister, like, we're at peace. And she's the essential worker right in the midst of people in the hospital with what's going on. And she's completely at peace. Of course, she practiced common sense, keeping herself fully covered. But she keep her immune system up, her household immune system up with all this stuff. We don't have anything to worry about, because y'all said he keeps those who keep his commands, you know. So with everything that I can share with y'all and give y'all to make sure y'all keep yourself alive in this day, and you ain't one of the ones that snuffed out, because Yahuwah said the slain of the Lord shall be many, or the slain of Yahuwah shall be many. You know what? The world knew what was going to happen. They knew something was going to happen. Maybe they knew exactly what it was, and maybe they didn't know. Maybe they knew time was up. And that's why they got all them. Why you think they about to start using all these FEMA coffins, y'all? So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But they knew. Why you think people hiding away? People, big CEOs leaving their companies. They flee in the country, y'all. They flee in the country. Think about the global Golden Globe Awards and stuff, when they was wearing these buttons to say "Time's up." Time's up. What you talking about? They giving code messages and stuff, but y'all know what I'm saying. With that being said, beautiful people, I love y'all, and I see you bright and early in the morning. Peace. Come on, sweet baby. Come on. So she get pressing. She got all this gear on. All right, hit finish. Peace. And watch for the video, the prayer Azariah, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego out there, 3 Hebrew boys in the fire. Watch for that. Look, girl, come on. All right, y'all, that's it. Watch for that video shortly. Love